Welcome to Rokani Media Football, and this is the 2022 FIFA World Cup draw live from Qatar. And as we speak right about now, things have really changed and shown us where they are, and the first 8 teams have been drawn into their respective groups in there. When you look at Group A, there is Qatar. Group B is England. Group C is Argentina. Group D is France. Group E is Spain. Group F, Belgium. Group G is Brazil. And Group H is Portugal in there. So that's how it is right now. This is happening down in Doha. I'm seeing Okocha, one of the legends I've seen in this game of football. He was one of the best skilled players I've ever seen, and Ronaldinho came out and said that he was playing with JJ Okocha in PSG, and he's one of those people that inspired him and added a lot of touch and sense to her game of football. Right now, we are in Qatar, and Netherlands has been drawn in Group A alongside Qatar. So Group A now has 2 teams, that is Netherlands and Qatar in there. Remember, Netherlands is the second seed into this group in here. So Netherlands has been drawn with Qatar, and it's in Group A. Group A has Qatar and Netherlands. So remember, Netherlands was one of those teams that qualified from Europe in there. Europe brought in 13 teams, and that's why Africa really wants more sports in here, because Africa has 54 footballing nations, and they are the biggest federation that has the most number of members into the FIFA assembly in there. So that's why you see very many teams, really very many people really want to attach themselves to Africa. And if at all you want to be a FIFA president, you have to come in and bring in a manifesto that is going to favor you, that is going to favor Africa. We go to Group B, that is being headed by England. USA is in Group B with England. You now know how it's really going to be. USA is now in Group B with England. So we now know that Group B has USA and England. When you look at how things are happening, that means that England are really going to go in and face winners, will face teams in Group A. You know that very well. That's how the system is. And when you look at Argentina and France, have big chances of really facing one another in the round of 16 if at all any of those teams fails to complete first into that group. When you look at Spain and Belgium, if at all one of those teams really fails to complete it into the level we're expected to be, you will see them playing one another into that game of football in there. Mexico has been drawn in Group C. Remember, Group C is topped by Argentina, that has Lionel Messi, and Mexico is in Group C into this game of football right now. Remember, Group A is having Qatar and Netherlands for starters. 2 more slots left to go to see that group all filled up. When you look at Group B, there is England and USA. 2 more slots left in there. When you look at Group C, it has Argentina and Mexico. And now we are going to Group D, that is having France on the top of it, and we are waiting to see who is going to be the second seed into that Group D, because the first seed is known, that is France, and we are waiting to see. Denmark has been drawn in the group that has France. Denmark has been drawn in a group that has France. So you now know that France is in Group D with Denmark in there. That's how the draw is going. But when you look at such draws, you talk about Qatar having Netherlands in there. And I really believe that this time around, Netherlands is really going to go on and do wonders. It's a team I support. Germany might be in the group of Spain. And in this group where Germany is going to be, it might be the group of death, according to me. That's what I really think. Let's wait and see where Germany is going to be dropped, because they've picked Germany right now, and we are waiting to see in which group it has gone. In Group E, in there, it's in Group E. Oh my God, Germany is in the same group with Spain. Germany is in the same group with Spain. I tell you, this might be the group of death. I'm telling you this. Group E might be the group of death, because when you look at Spain and Germany, they are some of the biggest footballing giants in there for you. And when you look at Germany, it was very much disappointed. It was very much disappointed with the recently concluded World Cup in 2018. Remember, they never got out of the group stages. You remember that very well? Germany never got out of the group stages. And when you look at the Euros 2022, they were knocked out by England. You get, at the round of 16. So you now know what this is all about. Germany has been placed in a group with Spain, and to me, I really believe Group E is going to be the group of death, because when the third slot comes in through, we are really going to see what other third team is going to be placed in there. It's going to be really a very big team in there for you. This is Rokani Media Football. This is the World Cup draw that is happening right now in Qatar, and we are trying to do what we call a watch along as these things really coming through to your table in here. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Uruguay, when you look at Group F, there is Belgium and Croatia. So Belgium and Croatia are in Group F in there. And the reason as to why you are seeing very many European teams into the same groups is that we only have 8 groups, and those 8 groups consist of 4 teams, and that means these 8 teams, most of them are seeded. When you look at England is seeded, France is seeded, Spain is seeded, Belgium is seeded, Portugal is seeded into the first slot. Now when you look at these 5 teams, that means they're taking off the 5 groups in there for you. And now we now know that the 8 are going to be in different groups, and the remaining 5 will come in and be into the same group to follow in up there. When you look at Belgium, Belgium is in Group F. There is Croatia with it, 2 more teams to go. Portugal is with Uruguay in there. Ronaldo is going to play against Edson Cavani. If at all you know, you know. That is Manchester United FC in there. Portugal in Group H. There is Uruguay into that group. And now we get to the third slot. There is Group G of Brazil that is being left. We are waiting to see what is really happening in here. There is Group D. It's Group G that has a team which goes by the names of Brazil. We are waiting to see who is that second seed team that is going to be placed alongside Brazil into this tournament. We are waiting to see what is going to happen in here. And it's Switzerland. The likes of Grant Xhaka are really going to play against the Neymars of this world. That is the Brazil, and that is how it's confirmed. So we are going to the third team. Remember, Group A has Qatar and Netherlands. Group B has England and USA. Group C has Argentina and Mexico. Group D has France and Denmark. Group E, that I predict to be the group of death, has Spain and Germany. Group F has Belgium and Croatia. Group C has Brazil and Switzerland. Group H has Portugal and Uruguay. That's what has happened so far in there. When you look at this the third slot, the third team that is being brought in, Iran has been picked, and I don't think Iran can be in the same group with Qatar, because all of them come from Asia, and I really believe it's going to be drawn to another group altogether. And let's wait and see, where is Iran going to be placed in here? Where is Iran going to be placed? We wait and see. We are waiting to see what really happens. Where is Iran going to be placed? Iran has been placed in Group B that has England and USA. So when you look at Group B, it's just one team less to become full right about now. Iran is in Group B. There is England, Iran, and USA. I think this is a very good little chase for England. I think England is going to go out of this group, beating a side which goes by the names of USA and Iran. That is going to be like easy like taking water. You get? It's going to be easy like taking water. So to me, that's what I really believe. England, we now left with one team to see to it that the group of England really gets full. And we are really into the third slot. The first group that has gotten the third team is Group B, that has England, Iran, and USA. Now we are waiting to see which other team is coming in here to do the needful to be Senegal, the first African team. The first African team to be placed into the group is in Group A. Qatar, Senegal, and Netherlands. And I really believe that Senegal can really turn it around, because I know they can beat Qatar, however much Qatar are the hosts in there. Now, for Netherlands, it's hard. Now we wait and see which other fourth team is going to be placed into that group. But Group A has Qatar, Senegal, and Netherlands. That's Group A for you. Group A for you. Senegal has been placed in Group A. But England will play Iran in their first group game on the opening day of the World Cup. You know that. England will have to play Iran. When you look at Group A, I think the opening game is going to be between Qatar and Netherlands. That's what I really believe. That's going to be the opening game in there. So there is another group that has been filled with a third team. That is Group C. It's having Argentina, Mexico, and now Poland of Lewandowski has been added to Group C. Poland of Lewandowski has been added to Group C, and it's now Argentina, Mexico, and Poland. For Group A, B, and C, we are left with one team, but for D, E, F, G, and H, we are left with two teams to go. But all in all, things are really going on very well here onto Rokani Media. Endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner and smash the subscription button, and please click the notification bell. That will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. We jet out. Has another one been filled? We are waiting and see. We are going to Group D this time round, and this team that has been picked, it's Serbia. Serbia is in Group G that has Brazil and Switzerland. So Group G is having Brazil, Serbia, and Switzerland. Oh, Brazil is going to have a walkover. It's going to be a walkover for Brazil. That's what I really think. It's going to be a walkover for Brazil in there. That's what I really think. Tunisia. I think this one is going in Group D. Tunisia. Let's wait and see where Tunisia is going to be placed this time round. Tunisia. Remember, the first African team to be drawn has been Senegal, and it has been drawn in Group A that has Qatar and Netherlands. And I really believe that they really have a chance to go through. That's what I really think. Because when you look at Qatar, Senegal, and Netherlands, those are really big, good teams to beat. They can even put up a show against Netherlands. I know. Senegal can, because I really trust that Senegalese team. But the manager really has to do the needful to see to it that it really goes to the level. Group D, Tunisia has been drawn to Group D that has France and Denmark. That is the second African team to be drawn. The first African team to be drawn was Senegal. It's in Group A with Qatar and Netherlands. Then the second African team to be drawn has been Tunisia. They've been put in Group D with France and Denmark. Quite a very tough group for Tunisia. That's what I really believe. Then they've picked Japan. Let's wait and see where is Japan going to be put into this group. We are waiting to see. Sorry for that. Japan. Where is Japan going to be drawn? Japan has been drawn in Group E. I told you that Group E is going to be the group of death. Group E now has Spain, Germany, and Japan. If at all you're undermining Japan, Japan is one of the powerhouses or horses into these groups in here, and trust me, it's really going to be a very big group in there for you. With Spain, Germany, and Japan, my dear, that's not something easy. I told you it's going to be the group of death according to me. That's what my prediction tells me. Germany, Spain, that's going to be the group of death. Smash the like button. It's going to be the group of death according to me. So Morocco has been placed in Group F with Belgium and Croatia. Remember, Morocco is another African country into the World Cup. So we are remaining with Ghana and Cameroon. Those are the African countries we are left with. This is Korea Republic. That is North Korea. Let's wait and see where it's going to be placed in there. The only group that I think it's left, I think that's obvious, it's going to be in Group H, because Group H is the only group that was left with only 2 teams, and now they are left with 1. I think that republic, that is North Korea, is going to be into that slot. H4, that's what Korea is into. So when you look at Group F, H, where there is Ronaldo and Edson Cavani, there is Portugal, Uruguay, and North Korea. That is Group H for you. World Cup is in high gear. It has started off with this big ceremony in Qatar, Doha, and they are really seeding these teams. Now we are going to the last teams in there, the last teams to be placed into the group stages. That's where we are going. Group A has Qatar, Senegal, and Netherlands. There is Group B, England, Iran, and USA. Group C has Argentina, Mexico, and Poland. Group D has France, Denmark, and Tunisia. Group E has Spain, Germany, and Japan. Group F has Belgium, Morocco, and Croatia. Group G has Brazil, Serbia, and Switzerland. And Group H has Portugal, Uruguay, and Korea Republic. That is I think that is South Korea in there for you. So that's how it's standing right about now. But remember, there are teams that have not yet been placed. There is Cameroon, Canada, Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Wales versus Scotland. You know the winner. And Ukraine. Remember, Ukraine is not really going to where, I don't know where they're going to play their game from, but you know the problems they're having into. And there is a big one. When you look at the first group to be filled is that of France, Denmark, Tunisia, and there is United Arab Emirates versus Australia and versus Peru. So the winner between United Arab Emirates, Australia, and Peru is going to be in Group D. That's what I will come out and tell you in there. And Port 4 to be drawn. Now they've picked up a team which goes by the names of Ecuador. I think they're going to place it in Group A, according to me. Group A has to be filled. I think it's going to be the first to be filled. Yeah, they've chosen Group A. And Okocha, this is going to be A2. It's going to be the second position. So Ecuador is in A2. And Group A is finally full. It's having Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. I think Senegal can do a very good job into this. I really believe Senegal can do something great in this. Yeah, that's what I really feel. Senegal can do something great and they can go through to the round of 16. Sadio Mane, Mendy, Idrissa Gueye, Ismail Sarr, you get? Are some of the big stars in there that can really come out and turn things around in here. There is Saudi Arabia, I think it's going to be drawn in the group of England, according to me, because there is no... Oh, it cannot be drawn into the group of England because there is Iran and 2 teams that come from the continent, the same continent. If you're told it's Africa, South America, and Africa, they cannot be drawn to the same group. So it's going to be drawn in Group C that has no team from Asia. That is Argentina, Mexico, Poland, and now that is Saudi Arabia. So Group C is now full. They're having Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. That is Group C in there. For I really believe that Messi is really going to have a very big run at this. Messi is going to enjoy this one. Playing against Poland, Mexico. I think the hardest team they are facing is Mexico. But Saudi Arabia, oh my God, I really believe Messi is going to bang a lot of goals into this group. That's what I really believe, because these are really teams that are not really big in there. But when you look at Ronaldo in Group H, he's supposed to play against South Korea, supposed to play against Uruguay. You get? So it's going to be a very big tussle between Uruguay and Portugal. And they would want to lead the group, because if at all you don't lead the group, Group G, where there is Brazil, if Brazil really hates it. I'm having Giorgi Chikovani says it's coming home. Where are you watching in from? Chikovani, where are you watching from? I just want to know which home do you want it to go to. But right now, we are having Group A is full, Group C is full, Group D is full, Group E is full, and now there is a European playoff that has already taken off. That is between Wales. It's between Wales, Ukraine. There is Chente Gaming says, alright, thank you for watching in Chente Gaming. And according to how the groups are standing right now, Chente Gaming says, I'm watching in from USA. Alright, USA is drawn in the group of England. USA is in Group B. There is England, Iran, and another European playoff between Wales and Ukraine. The winner will come in and go into that group, but USA is placed in Group B. Do you think USA will go through? Because there is England, there is Iran, and I really believe that Pulisic has to come in and show himself and lift this team in there, because he is really great. Cameroon, another African team, a fourth African team is going to be drawn. Senegal was drawn, it's in Group A. Tunisia was drawn, it's in Group D. Morocco was drawn, it's in Group F. Now we wait and see where is Cameroon going to be drawn. Another African team that shocked Algeria, the likes of Riyad Mahrez. They beat them hands down. Oh, Chente Gaming says, I'm in USA, but I'm Mexican. Mexico is in Group C that has Argentina, Republic of Saudi Arabia. They're having Mexico and Poland. That's Mexico in there for you. So which team are you supporting? Chente Gaming, which team are you supporting? Are you supporting Mexico or United States of America? But you can as well support both of them, because they are in two different groups altogether. You can. Smash the like button, comment and share. Cameroon is in Group G, where there is Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Another African group, another African team which goes by names of Ghana has been held up, and it's going to be drawn. Oh, Chente Gaming says 100% he supports Mexico. So Mexico is in Group C. There is Argentina, Republic of Saudi Arabia, and Poland. And I really believe, yeah, Mexico can put up a challenge, because I've seen Mexico in the recent World Cup of 2018. They really put up a very big show. And they almost shocked Brazil. So Group H has Portugal, Ghana, Ukraine, and South Korea. Oh my God. Ghana is in the group of Portugal, Uruguay, and South Korea. So will they do the needful, the likes of Thomas Partey? Will they represent Africa to the fullest? That and more, I leave it to you. Canada is going to be placed in Group F. So to me, I really believe that Group E looks like the group of death, according to me. You get, according to me. And a lot of competition is going to be in there. But to me, I really teams like, I think England are really going to have a very big show into this World Cup. Brazil might shock us, because they always don't disappoint. Now we know the groups. Group A, Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands. That's how Group A is standing in there for you, and the draw is now almost complete, and we are only left with these other teams to play in there, and after playing they'll do the needful and fill them up. But full World Cup draw, there is Group A, there is Qatar, Netherlands, Senegal and Ecuador. Group B, there is England, USA, Iran, and the winner between Wales, Scotland and Ukraine. Group C, there is Argentina, Mexico, Poland and Saudi Arabia. Group F. Group E, there is Spain, Germany, Japan, and the winner between Costa Rica and New Zealand. Then Group F, there is Belgium, Croatia, Morocco, and Canada. Group G, there is Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, and Cameroon. Group H, there is Portugal, Uruguay, South Korea, and Ghana in there for you. So what we have to know is that it's now all into your eyes. The World Cup groups have been drawn, and I don't know what you guys think about these groups that have been drawn. Who do you think has an upper hand to go in and win the World Cup in there for you here onto the Rokani Media Football? We've been broadcasting live from our studios in there for you, and now a sign out for now. Thank you guys for